Okay. Hey everybody. Mom H with Honey Hollow Homestead. Man, oh man. Ah, it was cold this morning. Got my gloves, got my vest, got my hat, a couple layers. I'm in the sun. I'm at the back of my tool shed because it's still cold. It's a little bit warmer in the sun, and I'm trying to stay out of the wind. Okay. Anyway, I got Angel down here. I just got done collecting eggs. I don't know. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I got a dozen. I'm getting at least a dozen every day now. Yes. I got a hen down here. I'm not going to put it down because she might think that it's lunchtime. Yeah, sometimes I'll throw the hen some eggs. And Sheba's right over here. She's supposed to be out with the goats, but I wonder if they're up on the hill because she's looking. I don't see them, but they could be just up over the crest. No, I still don't see them. Anyway, okay. Trying to figure out how to do this. I got to do something. I'm not sure what. YouTube stinks. For me, anyway. How do I put this? I got to figure out how to make some extra money. I've mentioned before that I'm on Social Security. My husband's on Social Security. And that's all we got coming in. And I also mentioned that for my 65th birthday, the government decided they're going to take $164 out of my meager Social Security check. Now, I was doing good before that. I had my budget. I was able to take care of the animals, had a little bit extra that I could pick up a few little bits and pieces here for getting things done here on the homestead. Well, I'm finding it more difficult. I thought I was going to be able to get that money back, but now it's looking like I may not be able to. And that is making it really hard. And my farm is not making enough money to pay for itself yet. That was my goal, to get it to the point where what I was making what I was generating on the farm, what I was producing, would at the very least pay for itself. Okay, and we'd be fine on Social Security. Well, who knew COVID was going to happen? Okay, and who knew that everything was going to skyrocket? Building materials, feed. Thankfully, I've been able to do okay with hay. Okay, but I don't know for how much longer, because both of the neighbors that I get hay from, they have their own physical issues. Okay, so I mean, yeah, I've managed to get through the winter so far, and I've managed to be able to pay for the hay, but I don't know for how much longer I'll be able to do that with my two neighbors. Okay, I might have been in a better position if I hadn't sold off so many of my stock, my livestock, during COVID. And I did that because they were talking skyrocketing feed prices, and they did go up. And I wasn't sure that I would be able to take care of them. So I'm a little bit behind in getting my livestock up to where it needs to be. Also, as you know, I lost my breeding buck this year. That was a blow. That was a real blow. Because going from what I see in his current daughter that I have on the ground, that's Maggie, her conformation is really good. It's what I'm looking for in a meat goat. Okay. She's robust. She's a little broader in the chest. She just seems to have more to her. Okay. So I'm optimistic about what this year's kids are going to be bringing, are going to be producing on the ground. Unfortunately, I won't have as many as I might have had. And I was planning on keeping all of my does that are born this year. I have to evaluate that based on finances. Now, I know what you're thinking, okay? Oh, here she is. She's going to be asking for a handout. No, that's not what I'm asking for. I'm asking for brainstorming, okay? I need to do something to generate more income. My husband being in ill health, it is difficult for me to go off farm to take on a job. Not that there's very many around here anyway. There's one or two places that I might be able to apply for. I don't know what kind of pay they are, or even if they're hiring or anything like that. But jobs around here are extremely limited. And like I said, with my husband's health issues, I'm just not sure about going off farm. That generates a problem. So, what can I do? That's not going to cost me an arm and a leg to get going. That's my problem. I figure maybe somebody out there has some ideas, okay? And that's what I'm looking for, ideas. Put them in the comments. Even if I don't use your idea, brainstorming is, everybody's putting in ideas, and maybe this one doesn't work, and maybe that one doesn't work by itself. But sometimes you get a piece of this one and a piece of that one and maybe a piece of this one over here, and it comes together and it makes a great idea. Okay? And you don't know until you start putting the ideas out there. Okay? I need to do something. We've got black walnuts in the fall that I can harvest from the property. But that's only for a very short window, and I have no control over how much is purchased. Okay, I was told that the purchaser is the one who dictates. They have a set amount that they look for every year, and when they reach that quota, that's it. They're not buying anymore. No matter how many walnuts I got on the ground still, that's it. Or anybody else. And I'm not the only one harvesting black walnuts, okay? But that's in the fall. And you don't make a lot with black walnuts, okay? But every little bit helps. So I've got that. The bamboo I planted, well, one bunch of bamboo looks good. The other bunch that I planted behind the cabin doesn't look so great. I don't know if that's going to survive or not. But it's 5 to 7 years before I get anything out of that. Okay? I'm hopeful, but I won't see anything out of it for a while yet. So, I've set things in place, and I have things in place, for generating some chicken eggs. You're not going to make a whole lot of money around here with it. I've been just giving my extra eggs away to people who are in need, whose chickens aren't laying yet, you know, just to whomever. You know, if I hear somebody needs eggs, here, have some. Okay, that's what I do. So, because I'm not really making, you're not going to make a whole lot of money. So I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. I'm racking my brain. YouTube, hey, let's face it. I can't edit unless, oh, I didn't tell you guys. I'll tell you in a second. I can't edit my videos. So they're not drawing the views. And I don't care if you're seeing an ad on this video or any of my videos, that's YouTube's money. It's not, I'm not getting a plug nickel out of that. Okay? They're making money off of my video. I am not. I'm not making a plug nickel off of it. Okay? I had hoped to be able to maybe get a better computer this year, but with my income being cut and not getting back what they've already taken from me, that hit hard. That really hit hard. So needless to say, there will not be a new computer. And I don't know how long the one I have, because it's El Cheapo. I don't know how long it's going to last. But there's no money being generated on YouTube. Okay, I have the subscribers. I don't have the views. I am far behind on what I need in the way of views in order to monetize the channel. So I can't take advantage of any kind of income things associated with YouTube. Okay, so it's a non-issue with me. Okay, but I'm hoping that there's some of you out there who, you know, can see something that maybe I'm missing on what I can do. Because if I can't generate more income, I might not have any choice. I might have to get out of my goats. Maybe just keep a few chickens. I don't know. I don't know. Last year, my goats, I think I got $200 all total. Okay, so that's not a major money maker at this point. Can it further down the road? Yeah, possibly. Depending. I'd like to get into sheep at some point. That seems to be a little bit more of a market around here. But it costs money to buy breeding stock. Okay? If I was raising cattle, there's a government grant for buying a bull. But because I have small ruminants, goats, and for me, that is not available. There are cost share programs, but you have to have the money up front. And I'm really limited. Especially since we are now getting medical bills from my husband's stay in the hospital. Medicare only pays a portion. They don't pay for everything. So we're having to pay for that. So all this stuff, I don't know. I had planned on buying some more fencing material. I don't have the extra to do that. This month, and I've been very, very careful with what I'm spending my money on. This month, I think I have, at this point, $20 left. Okay. We're also paying for transportation for my husband to go in to cardiac rehab 3 days a week. Okay. The price isn't bad, and it would be at least as much as we would spend on gas in our truck. But with paying somebody else to take him in, because Medicare doesn't pay for it, then I can take the time, stay on the farm, and get some things done. Okay. Getting my water hooked up, I don't know if that's going to happen this year or not, because plumbing equipment, materials, it costs money. I've got some of what I need, but I don't have everything. So I don't know how far I can go with that. At this point, I don't know. I might be able to scrape together enough to be able to get it together. I don't know. I just don't know. So I have to do something. And I'm just not sure what at this point. Like I said, right now, I'm able to feed my livestock. That's what I'm able to do. Now, if you're saying, well, sell the horse. Okay. Honey really doesn't eat that much. Okay. She's an easy keeper. I give her like a quarter of a cup of feed. Her bag of feed is like $10, and it lasts me, what, 4 months? Okay, so she's not the money hog. If I had a different kind of horse, maybe she would be, but Honey is not. She costs me very, very little. Really, she does. So I'm just trying to figure this out. You know, I'm open to ideas. See the black walnuts, I don't know if I can build anything or make anything or sell anything, or I mean, you say, well, how about agritourism? Well, my place isn't exactly a showpiece. At least not yet. It'd be nice. I'd like to get to that point, you know, because I've incorporated a few things here that I've had people really, you know, show an interest in. Especially my rainwater catchment systems, you know, they're really intrigued with that. And I would love to be able to show that. But right now, there's just too much that needs to be done on this place before I can open it up for agritourism even, you know. Grow crops. Hey, my land is like this. Okay, I might have a little bit of flat space in the bottom, but that gets very wet. So, you know, planting anything in the way of a crop, no, that's not happening on this property. It would be too labor intensive to be able to do any kind of significant crops. Okay, that's why this property lends itself very well to livestock. So, lumber, well, unfortunately, this property was logged several years before we bought it. Okay, exactly how many years, I don't know. But there's not a lot of marketable timber. There's a few here and there, but it's not worth them coming in for. Okay, so it's just, there's not really much in the way of lumber on the property right now. So, I don't know. Hopefully Dizzy will be able to move here this spring. And I know she'll help me with some things that need to be done here. But the cost of materials is killing me. Okay? So, if we can figure out something that maybe I can do, maybe somebody, if you have an idea that maybe it's not really usable or practical for here, but maybe it'll give me another idea. It'll point me in another direction. Okay? So, I don't want to do any kind of GoFundMe or whatever it is, what they call it, crowdfunding kind of thing. I don't want to do something like that. Okay? Really, I don't. Because if we didn't do anything else, if I just gave up my livestock and just lived off Social Security, let the land go fallow, we'd survive, probably, at least for a little while. But then this land would just deteriorate. Got to be able to support what I'm doing here. And with Social Security, especially right now, let's just say I don't trust the government. Things could go south very quickly, and then we're screwed, and we're not the only ones. But anyone that's living on Social Security could just lose it in a heartbeat. Okay, so that's why that was my goal for this place. This one reason why I did the YouTube, not totally, but one reason why I did the YouTube was in the hopes that I could generate another income stream, okay, to offset the Social Security, because I just don't trust that it's going to be around. Okay, it may be until the day I die. I don't know. But it's just when someone else is controlling your income, you know, it's like, can you trust them? Right now, I don't think we can trust them. So that's just my opinion. You may or may not share that, and it doesn't really matter that much, you know, because it's just opinion. So, but anyway. This is probably a crazy video. Oh yeah, by the way, if you notice any kind of difference on the video quality, we'll see how this is, because this is going to be my first one up on using my new phone. Yeah, I have a new phone. I really didn't have a choice because my old phone got stolen. Okay? And I have to have a phone because I make calls and appointments for my husband. I keep track of his appointments on my phone. And I call doctors and whatnot on my phone for my husband. I had to have a phone. Okay? I'm the one who uses it. He has an old one that's... I'm hoping it survives him. I don't know if it will, but it's fine for him. He hardly uses it to do anything with. I do all the arrangements and calls and what have you. So I needed a phone. Lost all my pictures, lost all my videos, but at least I can still handle his scheduling. So, and it's, by the way, it's the cheapest phone I could get, okay? That I could do all of what I was doing on my phone. Okay, but it's the cheapest one. So we didn't go all extravagant or anything. I don't even have a case on it. It's just a phone. That's it. Okay. So, and it's on a monthly charge that's not going to be that much money. So I think it's like $6 a month, I think, is what I'm going to be paying for it. So, you know, it's cheap. So just putting that out there. But we'll see. It's not going to help me edit any videos as far as I know anyway. But we'll see. So anyway, I'd appreciate any kind of input. Really, I do. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have an idea and you think, oh, well, that's a dumb idea, put it in there anyway. Because like I said, sometimes it plants a seed. Okay? This is what you call brainstorming. I love brainstorming because it's just, it gets the brain juices going. Okay? So anyway, I gotta get the eggs in the house. At least it's not freezing right now, especially since I got the sun reflecting off the back of the shed here. So I'm staying a little bit warmer, even though the wind is cold. Hopefully tomorrow I can get back on the new feed trough that I'm building for the goats, and I hope I can get it finished tomorrow. I don't know. I'm hoping I can get it finished because they really need it. I've got kids in a couple of weeks. I think in about 2 weeks, I've got kids supposed to be dropping on the ground. And I won't have everything done that I needed to have done. But I'm in a better place this year than I was last year. I'll give it that much. So, anyway, this is Mom H with Honey Hollow Homestead. And I really do appreciate you guys and all the input you give me. So I'll talk to you later.